So, decided to make a video today. I decided to bring this onto the table just for the heck of it. The video's about this one here, though. But this is a piece of O1 that I had a couple, I don't know how long ago I did this, a while back. I really am having fun with these clone style belt loops. I'm actually having some pretty good luck with these things. I bought a whole bunch of them. I just keep stacks of them in case I need to get the hankering to build something. I'm making a lot of my stuff from older materials that I had already laying around for a very long time. I wasn't doing very many knives in the past, and why not? Wasn't really getting paid to do it, so kind of burning the candle at both ends between the knives and work. So I just kind of gave up for a long time, but now I'm kind of dipping my toe back in. I'm kind of going all back into it. If anybody's seen the two liner locks that I did, I was trying to do a liner lock a week. I might actually start grinding on my current liner lock that I got, but I decided just to drag out this one here and do a couple touch-ups on it. And this is an old knife that I had, but for fun I just decided to bring this one out too. Put a loop on it, Kydex sheath. It's actually a 1/4 inch piece of O1, 1/4 inch by 2 inch. It was a piece of scrap steel that I kept around the place. I used to use to clamp things to, used it as a sanding block. It was left over from an old build that I had. One day I said, well, what better way to kind of get my sea legs back than going ahead and making a knife out of it. And it is actually one of the best knives that I had. Most of my funnest and, in my opinion, best knives that I've done oftentimes came from old pieces of scrap. And put it on the wicked edge for a while. It does pretty good. Kind of a bit of a steep angle on that, but it's working pretty good. Set that aside. Now the knife and mention though is about this one. I want to say I did this, maybe I did this about 2012 or 2013. It's a piece of D2. So the sheath originally came up here, and the idea was I could carry it in a pocket in a state that would allow such a thing. So this last week, and it also did not have an edge for a long time. So this last week, yesterday, I decided to get out and I refired not refired, but reheated. I don't fire them; it would melt if I fired it. I reheated the sheath, put it in the press, used a piece of G10 to clamp down, put a loop on here. Had to re-drill a couple holes here. This is the hole that was here already. I had to re-drill that hole. Then I had another hole here. I ground that off, and then came out and did a little more grinding today, so it would pop out of the holster a little, or the sheath a little easier. So here it is here. It's a Wharncliffe style knife. It is made on D2, and I made this one under the old Behemoth label. That was what I used to go by back in the day, was Behemoth knives. And I used a piece of G10 for the scales. And the originals that I had of this configuration had a hole in the center, sort of to shave off the weight, but I decided to go ahead and drill through and accentuate the hole. And what I found was that if I wanted to go ahead, it gives the fingers something to sort of dig into and hold on to. But I found I can reverse grip a lot easier by manipulating that hole. So if I wanted to flip around a little bit, I can go like this, kind of come in and hold it there. A little bit of practice. So that's been pretty good. I went ahead and I put a basic edge on the grinder with some passes on a stone. It's okay. It kind of has a little bit of an interruption toward the end there. Pretty toothy. I didn't go to the finer stones. I just used a basic rough stone. I might actually put it on a wicked edge to sharpen it. It's a little bit terry right now. It does sort of cut it. It has a little interruption when it reaches the end there. I can actually see where that's at. But a little bit of touch up, I'll be able to get this to go pretty smoothly. So I don't know what I say. It's maybe a 1/8 inch thick piece of D2 stamped Behemoth USA, and I always like to pick it up and handle it. But it's going to be nice now that thing's finally at what I would say carry worthy, now that I put the loop on the back. So there's a lot of pretty neat knife accoutrements on the market that I can buy. And half of the problem with me was just the sheath. A lot of times I was shipping sheaths with paracord for loops, stuff like that. I would ship it with a piece of paracord, but then I would actually loop my paracord to go onto my pants. Now I actually have a dedicated clasp that I can put onto my belt, my pants, and carry it legit. So that's exciting. And I had this thing, had a really strong, kind of an almost difficult release. I came out here earlier today and ground that down. So now there's a minimal hold, not a minimal hold. I mean, it's not coming out, but it's like a minimal retention. Not minimal retention, but to me, I think more a fair retention. It's not coming out. It's not loose. There's no rattle, but I can pop it loose now and deploy it with relative ease, but stays in when I need it to stay in. So that's what, to me, it's all about. So I wanted to come out, show what I was working on, just sort of staying busy. I might actually start on the liner lock knife. I'll show you the pieces to it. I'll show you the pieces later. I'll show you when it's done. It was going to be a Halloween theme, but since it went over past Halloween, I'm thinking maybe picking a different handle material. So I'll just leave it at that. I had some Halloween-y handle material, and I'm thinking, well, we're past Halloween. I've never done a holiday-themed knife, so we're past Halloween. I'll just go ahead and do what I was going to do. So anyway, just wanted to show that to everybody. My almost 11-year-old creation, my Wharncliffe that I made. And it's got a bit of a facelift, and actually now it's a knife I wouldn't mind carrying. So finally got its edge put on it today. So don't worry about the haters. Just let the haters worry about you. See you on the next one.